Okay, so this is the test that I'm running here for
Think we'll make it?
the field environment actually here. So
Let's go.
I tested the town environment and the frame rates previously here in this game metaphor. So on the same build that I'm rocking here with a 4060 and a Ryzen 7 3700X, with 1080p display borderless VSync on and 200% scaling there, so 4K and high texture quality as well as ambient occlusion on. Within the field environment, at least from what I can
Watch out.
make out here.
Okay.
It does look like within the field environment, the frame rate is more in line with being roughly almost a good solid 60 FPS with an average. So the performance so far here in this open area is a little better than what's in town. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to now skip ahead to the next area where there's a lot more going on. Mind you, this is me hitting New Game Plus and trying the field open environment within the early parts of the game, so the performance can change and it can definitely vary later in the game.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do.
Leave it.
But in this particular field environment,
Over there.
mind you, with this 4K scaling here,
Got a set?
this one, being that it's a lot more
Everything's
open,
pretty standard.
is showing frame rates a lot more representative of what you would see closely in town. So, about like 51 to like 56 FPS, so not a perfect 60. I'm certain that if you were using a monitor that was like maybe 900p,
Get ready, everyone.
and maybe not a full 1080p, and you were scaling to like maybe 1800p, it would then I would say maybe achieve a closer to 60 FPS average, but then you wouldn't be getting that 4K resolution scale. And if that's the case,
Yikes.
it wouldn't
I think we're in a
look
little over
this
our heads.
clear. And the anti-aliasing
They must
wouldn't
have
be
lost sight of
good.
us.
It would be
We can
pretty
relax.
bad, actually. The anti-aliasing would actually be pretty bad in that situation.
Found us. Get ready, everyone.
This game is designed to support 4K as like the baseline resolution for like proper image clarity. So yeah, going by this early parts of the game here
Looks like they
within
found us.
this field environment, it's not mustering an entire 60 FPS. So, if you have a PC like this, you are going to get at least 50 FPS in this game. Just generally. So you should be fine with like 50 frames. I mean, it's close. It's still way above 30. It's not a full 60. But of course, when you get into turn-based combat, that's when the frame rates will climb. So you'll never have to worry about anything like that.
Not to nag, but your health is pretty low.
I mean, certainly if you knew what you were doing,
That's not it.
you could maybe kill some of these enemies,
Not like this.
but
Stop kidding
you'd have
around.
to be like very
Get
timid.
up.
But nevertheless, this
Oh,
game on
champion
this
against fear.
particular PC
Rise
build
and face
will
anxiety.
net you 60 FPS at to as low as 50 FPS when you're in the field environment, depending on what's going on, of course. Now, one could say and argue that if you throw a better GPU at the issue, better than a 4060, like even a 4060 Ti, with 8 gigabytes, that might force the frame rates higher on the CPU, just slightly to maybe hit 60 FPS. Or if you just put a better CPU in there in general, like even moving up to a Ryzen 7 5800X, or a 5800X 3D, you certainly would then have a chance for the GPU to push more frames over. But if you're gonna build a PC with the current settings that like what I have, um, you'll get like 50 FPS.